Daughter, do you recognize me? I am your father, Agent Smith.
No, you just Smith. My father is Aerosmith.
Liv Tyler originally had a different last name, Rundgren. She was born in family of model Beverly Buell and musician Todd Rundgren, but her biological father was Aerosmith frontman Steve Tyler. Her adoptive father knew this, but raised Liv as his own daughter and was recorded as her father on her birth certificate. Around the age of 10, Liv found out who was her real father and became close to Steve Tyler. At age 14, thanks to her mother's connections, Liv got into the modeling business. She starred in commercials and for glossy magazines. But, like any teenager, Liv often changed her hobbies, and with them dreams about future. And after a year working as a model, she got bored and decided to become an actress, although she had no experience and never went to acting classes. In these initiatives, Liv was supported by Steve Tyler, who called daughter to star in a music video for his band. In music video for song Crazy, Liv co-starred with the promising young actress Alicia Silverstone. Alicia has already starred in 2 music videos for Aerosmith, and because of this, the nickname Aerosmith Chick will stick to her for a long time. The song Crazy and the video were big hits on radio and MTV. The video was shown several times a day, and the 2 bright girls were certainly not unnoticed. It couldn't have been otherwise. The video was quite revealing, Liv and Alicia constantly appearing in videos in sexy outfits and poses. It seems unimaginable these days to have father's permission to be filmed in such a video. Such a thing could, probably, only have happened in the wilds of the 90s. Anyway, Liv Tyler's face and other parts of her body became recognizable, and the next year, she got a big enough role in the detective Silent Fall. The film was directed by festival favorite, Bruce Beresford, who had previously directed hits Tender Mercies and Driving Miss Daisy. Silent Fall was also made in order to win prestigious awards and was presented at the Berlin Film Festival. But the picture was poorly received and the film failed to win any prizes or break even at the box office. The next film in Liv Tyler's career was a youth comedy, Empire Records. In it, Liv shared the lead role with another rising star, Renee Zellweger. At the time of release, the film was harshly criticized and completely failed at the box office. The filmmakers blamed its failure on the studio, which severely cut the film in post-production. 40 minutes, a number of story arcs, and several characters, including that of Tobey Maguire, were deleted from the film. The movie was berated for its mediocrity and silliness, but critics praised the young actors, particularly Zellweger and Tyler. Empire Records is about a loaded day in a music store, and of course it contains a lot of popular songs from different genres. This further saved the picture from oblivion. With the release on video, the film would gain cult status. So big, so that fans of the film even adopted a separate day in honor of it, which is celebrated on April 8th. Next film, Heavy, in which Liv Tyler had the leading female role, passed unnoticed at the box office. But the next movie, Stealing Beauty, was a breakthrough for the young actress. The film was directed by Bernardo Bertolucci, acclaimed master of cinematography. Tyler herself got into the film by chance. The director was looking young American actress for the lead role, but no one suited him. Alicia Silverstone even tried out for the role, and when she was rejected, Alicia suggested to her friend Liv Tyler go to audition, which Liv did. Stealing Beauty premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, where the film received mixed reviews from critics, but everyone praised Tyler's acting, calling the actress a new hope of cinematography. So did Tom Hanks, who invited Tyler into his directorial debut, That Thing You Do, in 1996. The film failed to recoup its budget, but received excellent reviews from critics and audiences alike. Everyone praised the cast, especially Liv Tyler and Charlize Theron. So, thanks to the good acting, Liv was able to get away from the blow of box office failure, and she began to be flooded with offers. The next movie, Inventing the Abbotts, which starred Liv Tyler along with gaining popularity Billy Crudup and Joaquin Phoenix. On the set of the film between Liv and Joaquin began a love affair that lasted 3 years. The film itself failed at the box office, but got positive reviews, and the most positive ones were directed at the actors. Acting in this picture gave a powerful boost to the career of Joaquin Phoenix, who was praised the most. Liv Tyler was a popular actress in art house and independent films. And in 1998, the actress' career had a breakthrough in Hollywood. Michael Bay's Armageddon was released, where Liv was not a big, but a noticeable role. The film is known for its star cast and low reviews from critics. Armageddon and Michael Bay personally has been berated by everyone, from famous film critics to astronauts. Critics habitually thrown golden raspberry in Bruce Willis for his role in Armageddon. But no matter how evil tongues tried to bury the film, audiences loved the picture, and Armageddon made $553 million at the box office, becoming the highest-grossing film of the year. Michael Bay cemented his status as an action film director, and Jerry Bruckheimer was hailed as the most talented producer of our time. Liv Tyler became more and more popular and in 1999 released several films with her participation. At the beginning of the year at the Berlin Film Festival was a premiere of Cookie's Fortune, directed by Robert Altman, known for The Player and Vincent and Theo. In the film, Liv Tyler stars alongside Glenn Close and Julianne Moore. The movie won the German Art House Directors Guild Award and was very warmly received by the critics. The film performed mediocrely at the box office, but that didn't hurt the actors' careers. Such films are not made for money, but for art, and do not count on financial success. In the same year, a film adaptation of the work of the famous Russian poet Alexander Pushkin, One Again, was released. The film was directed by Martha Fiennes, sister of the famous actor Ralph Fiennes. Ralph himself coincidentally played the lead role, while Liv Tyler played his lover, Tatiana. One Again was greeted coldly by critics, and the audience was not interested in the film. In same years, Liv again worked with Robert Altman in Dr. T and the Women and starred in Plunkett and MacLeod. An attempt to make a costume medieval drama for teenagers completely failed at the box office and received low audience ratings. Liv Tyler finally gained a foothold in Hollywood with the release of The Lord of the Rings in 2001. Uma Thurman originally was supposed to play the role of Arwen, but the actress became pregnant and dropped out of the project. That's when she was replaced by Liv Tyler. Before being approved for the role, Liv had not read the book and was not familiar with the source material. In preparation for her role, Tyler read The Lord of the Rings and was so impressed by it that she learned Elven language for role. The Lord of the Rings was a big hit at the box office, and all of the actors involved in it became instantly popular. Despite the sudden increase in popularity, Liv went on to star in small films of independent directors. So in 2004 she starred in the Kevin Smith's Jersey Girl, where she was called by Ben Affleck. In the film, they again played a couple in love. The following year, Tyler co-starred with Ben Affleck's younger brother, Casey, in Lonesome Jim. It was a small Steve Buscemi's movie with a budget of $500,000. After taking a 2-year break, Liv returned with the horror film The Strangers. It is a classic representative of the horror genre. The film tells the hackneyed story of a married couple who, settling in the middle of nowhere in the countryside, stumble upon some evil that wants to kill them. In spite of the trivial plot, the film caught the audience, and on a budget of $9 million, The Strangers took $82 million at the box office. As usual, all the credit was given to the talented Liv Tyler, and she immediately received an offer to star in a reboot of the Incredible Hulk movie. In the early '90s, X-Men and Spider-Man were great at the box office, and in 2005, Marvel decided that it was foolish to share revenue with other studios and start making movies on their own for now. And not just movie, and to start their own separate cinematic universe with a superhero storyline interweaving. So, Iron Man with Robert Downey and the Hulk reboot with Edward Norton were launched. And if Iron Man, thanks primarily to the charisma of Robert Downey, became a big hit, The Incredible Hulk, thanks to the developed stardom of Edward Norton, was a big flop. Norton, appearing on set, first of all, rewrote the script to suit himself, changed the plot, deleted a few characters and added new ones. Norton decided to try on role of Sylvester Stallone on the set and often interfered in director's work. As we know, from Slice history, such behavior often leads to disastrous results, and so it happened this time. On a budget of $150 million, the film collected $263, which didn't even come close to recouping production costs. All of the planned Hulk sequels were immediately shut down, and Marvel Studios was only saved from bankruptcy by the insane success of Iron Man. Since the film was originally planned to have 3 parts, the actors, including Liv Tyler, were signed for all 3 films. This would have provided Tyler with a job for the next 5 to 6 years, but she suddenly found herself an unemployed actress and started signing up for various projects. Even there were small films with small budgets, they couldn't even repay them. Tyler failed with each of her films. After the failure of The Incredible Hulk, the actress was afraid to get involved with big-budget projects and signed on for the small superhero film, Super, directed by James Gunn. The same James Gunn who would later make Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad reboot. But that will come later. In the meantime, Super, a movie about superheroes without superpowers, failed at the box office. Super was hit by the movie Kick-Ass, which was also on the same theme. But Kick-Ass was luckier, it was released earlier than Super. Despite the fact that they were in development at the same time and were released the same year, Super was accused of being secondary and imitating Kick-Ass, which was not the case. All of these accusations led to the film failure. Super made only $500,000 at the box office on a budget of $2 million. A series of failures led the actress to television. In 2014, Liv appeared in TV show The Leftovers. The series received excellent reviews and was well received by viewers. The Leftovers was called the new The Lost and was predicted to be a great success. In spite of the warm reception, ratings for the series dropped by the third season, which was supposed to be the final, and the season ended prematurely, reducing the number of episodes. Liv remembered the success of The Strangers and decided to revive her career with another horror film, Wildling, but the film failed at the box office and the actress finally went to television. Now the actress starring in a spin-off of the successful series 911 with the subtitle, Lone Star. The location of the series was moved to Texas and more focused on police work. The spin-off was just as successful as the original. At the moment there were 4 seasons and the series was prolonged for a 5th. Judging by the ratings, the show can last on the screen for a few years more. Judging by the fact that Liv Tyler's plans do not include any movies, she is quite happy with the current situation. Tyler has never aspired to be among the most popular actresses in Hollywood. She more often chose roles in independent, low-budget films, which gave her fame, and the big Hollywood blockbuster, on the contrary, struck a blow to her career. And leaving to television, it is more likely not the sunset of her career, but a conscious decision of the actress. Perhaps after the end of the Lone Star series, Liv will give us many more good characters. Thank you for your attention, subscribe and stay in touch.